Hello, this is Amy Meek coming to you again from Electronic Data Payment Systems, and today I'll be showing you our very simple way to set up and grant permissions to new users within your Swoosh ePay Gateway, as well as unlocking an existing user who has locked themselves out or just can't remember their password. I mean, there's a password for everything today, right? Who could blame them? So we were sure to make this process as simple as possible so you can get back to what matters most, running your business. So let's get started. First, go ahead and log in to the Swoosh ePay account that we set up for you. Once logged in, we are going to click on Settings, which is below Options on your far left menu. We're going to click User Accounts. And to set up a new user, we will click here to add a new user account. From here, we're going to key in the first name and last name of the employee that needs access, the email address that they will receive their activation email, and a username so that way you can identify them within the gateway and that they'll use this username to log in. So when you go back and run a report, you can run a report by user account and see which user account ran which transaction, which is very handy for reporting and reconciliation. Below here, we can specify the permissions that that user will have. So if, say it's a fairly new employee, you want them to be able to run sales, voids, but not necessarily refund a card, and you want that to go to management, you can just set up sale and void and leave off refund. Electronic check, you can turn that on if you have the electronic feature. If not, you can skip that. API access would be if it's an account that is setting up like your e-commerce website. So your web developer would want API access, but a typical employee will not, so you can skip that. I process mobile payments. That's if you are processing through our mobile reader. And then you can specify what permissions through the mobile app they would have access to. QuickBooks Pay is if you can specify, say you're using our plugin tool and processing all your payments within QuickBooks and not logging into Swoosh, then you would want to come in here and grant them access to this feature as well. Swipe access is if you've downloaded our swipe software and you're processing through that side, you'd want to go in here and specify those permissions. Batch access is basically just for reporting. So as long as you are okay with that user account being able to run the reporting that they need to, you would just click the little plus next to batch access. And processors, you won't see this feature on your account unless you have more than one gateway linked together. And then under here, the main one that you'd want to definitely make sure that's checkmarked is access transaction reports. This box is usually off. You'd want to turn that on if you want them to be able to run a report. Other than that, the access other user transactions, you can keep that on. If it's an accountant that would need the batches sent to them, you'd want to checkmark receive settlement summaries. You can also set them up to receive all the transaction receipts if you wanted. Access to admin options, if you turn that on, then they would be able to log in and create other users as well. So all those features are completely, user specific. And then you just click on create user, and then an activation email will be sent to that account. So they would click the login URL address in that email and then create their own password. So that is setting up a new user. So say that user gets locked out. I just received my email, messed it all up, and I can't get in. It definitely happens. So here we're going to go ahead and unlock that user. We're going to hit settings, user accounts, find the user who's locked, which Amy's locked out again. So here we're going to make sure that the email address is still accurate for her, and then we will click on resend user welcome email. She'll then get resent that email and be able to create a new password. If for some reason her email is changed, you can update the email address. You want to go down here and click save first, return to list, find that user, and resend user email. So that's everything for setting up a new user and unlocking existing users. So if you have any questions, please feel free to give us a call, 866-578-9740. Please feel free to like and share the video and subscribe for more videos. Have a great day, and thanks for listening.